What's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with a new comic book day haul and picked up some other goodies at a comic shop that I normally don't go to. So go ahead and Hulk smash that like button, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that when videos like this drop ever so randomly, you are one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or later. As long as you want to, we appreciate you. Why don't you go ahead and take care of that business as the intro plays and stay tuned for the video. So appreciate every one of you for watching this. Whenever you watch it, as long as you watch it, we do appreciate you. I do want to go ahead and shout out the YouTube member. If you are watching this on a desktop computer, you can see the join button as well as the information, and a link for that is in the description of this video on how you can become a member of the channel. Those channel members are listed as well as the Patreon members, and there's a link for that if you would be interested in checking that out and the perks associated with that membership. Also, you can visit gocollect.com for all of your collecting questions, interesting articles, all for free, F-R-E-E, that is free, and get even more information with a paid-for membership. So today was the time of this filming anyway, not the time I dropped this video, but it was New Comic Book Day. So hopefully everybody got out to the LCS and picked up some goodies. It was a solid week. It was a solid week, and especially when I picked up the other stuff that I picked up. So first off, we got X-Force 19. Looks like Jean Grey's going out of her mind, which Quentin Quire has had this thing that is pretending to be him. Maybe it's him. I don't know yet. But X-Force, Ben Percy on it, like he has been on Wolverine, has been a solid title of the House of X. And we've got a new one called Way of X. I don't know what this is going to be like, but Nightcrawler, which is one of my more favorite X-Men, is leading the charge on this. So we'll see how we'll give that a once over and see where that goes. So I dropped the Mighty Morphin title and have kept this Power Rangers title. There were some other covers that really appealed to me more than this one, but none that my LCS was going to be able to pick up. And so because I'm lazy, I just said, okay, order this one and got this cover. But there's definitely some really cool covers out there. Boone's been doing a really good job with the cover options, the artist, and the stories too. Same thing kind of with this one. So Stray Dogs has a lot of those movie horror homages, which I really dig. I got number 2, so I got number 3, but I don't know. I didn't get number 1, so I've got to go back and pick up a number 1 somewhere. Probably pick it up on a YouTube auction near me or something, and get that. But there were some better covers than that for number 3. Walking Dead Deluxe. You know, I don't think that I actually put this on my pull list, but since I typically get it, I think he put it in there anyway. And I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And I got it because I've said, like, every time, if you rewind and check out all my New Comic Book Day videos, every time I show this book off, I say I'm going to see how much it would be just to get the compendium or the graphic novel, whatever, and see, because space-wise, that would probably be the better bet because it doesn't bother me to read it color or black and white. Picked up Tmnt number 116. This is the Campbell cover. I really was more interested in the Eastman cover, especially when I saw that he had a guitar on there, and I like the Kevin Eastman covers anyway. For whatever reason, that cover was not showing on freshcomics.com, which is where I use the pull for the week to send the list of what I'm going to get. So I don't really have a pull list like, okay, he knows without me saying anything that I'm going to pick up Batman or Detective Comics. I don't have anything like that. he knows sometimes, like if there's something hot comes out, he'll throw it in there that I'm normally picking up and I might have missed. He'll do that occasionally, but typically it's that list. Now, because I order so much from him every single week, I do get a discount. As if I was a pull list customer, because I am getting stuff every single week, and I give them a week in advance of what I'm going to get. So it works for him too. So this came out last week, and they had a copy of number 3 in my box. But talking about covers, this is one I just said, well, we'll just wait. And that is Savage number 3. So he's this Savage drink or Savage drink. So I thought that was kind of the cooler of the 2 covers that were available. I said, well, let me just wait and I'll pick up this one this week. And so it did come in and do that. So those were the ones at the LCS. And so I went to my normal local comic shop, picked up those. Picked up some other books for somebody to mark some books that they're trying to do to get to complete their run. And I had some time, so I went ahead and went by the other shop in town. That's right. It seems like everybody's got that other shop in town, the one that you visit when you might need to pick up something, but you rarely buy anything because you don't like the way they do business. They're too pricey, whatever. So as luck would have it, they had some stuff that I picked up today, starting with this Geiger number 1, the glow in the dark cover, and they had it for cover price, which is very shocking to me because this particular shop, the Batman Fortnite, they had several copies of that and they were already $25 marked. This shop is known for pricing their stuff at the top of the market, which is fine. It's a business practice, and they can do what they want to do to keep the lights on. But then don't complain when you don't sell any comic books. If you're going to do that, actually price your stuff. And how can you know whether or not you are making money? Because when you price it originally, you know you made money. So I guess if they up it, so they're making even more money. It just it unnerves me. If I wasn't having to dig for stuff, if I dig for stuff, I expect discounts. If it's in order, okay, great. But their stuff's not in order typically. So anyway, I also picked up Eternals 3 and 4. So based when I did the unboxing for the Walmart packs a couple of days ago, I was told that I needed to read Eternals 1. And so I did, and it was okay. It was interesting enough. So this shop had a copy of 3 and 4 that I picked up. I'm going to have to find 2 somewhere else. I've seen it. It's got Thanos and Icarus on the front cover. So I'll pick it up, but I went ahead and got those while I was there. So they have their stuff that's in the back per what I said a while ago. I don't typically visit that. So I just happened to be, I actually got a couple. They were really for somebody else that I'm trying to help complete a run. And they were pricing them. So I was wandering around and I walked in there and said, where's all these other comics come from? And there was a whole nother room with all these comics and they're worse shape or condition wise, order wise than the other is. And so I started digging and actually found me some gems in there. So found Dark Wolverine, which is Wolverine. They just renamed it during the Siege time because Daken was masquerading as Wolverine. So this is technically the second full volume of Wolverine, volume 3, if you're counting the first mini. But this is issue 84 and issue 90. So these were 2 books that I needed to complete that run. Don't really need that many, but those were 2 of the ones I needed. Also found Wildcats number 2, like I needed another one. These I probably, especially after the Huntsville Comic Expo, I probably have just as many of those as I do Turok number 1s. And that's saying something. Or my Bloodshot ones. That's saying something for sure. Then I found Valiant Voice number 18. So Valiant used to put out this little newspaper letting people know that what they had coming up. And so people would hopefully get that and order it. And of course, back then it was 25 cents. Most of them you can find Not in the wild. I don't know that I've ever seen one before today out there in the wild, but you can go on eBay and find them, except for like the last issue. I've got several. I don't have the last issue. This is the next to the last issue of Valiant Boys. So it was pretty interesting. They actually had several of these right there together in the box. So I don't know if this is because this particular shop, they've got the name of the old shop, which was an actual comic shop. He, talked to you about comics, this, that, and that kind of stuff. They're not really that now. They're a gaming store that has some comics. There's a better way to describe them now. Also found Transformers 52. I don't believe I had any Transformers from the original Marvel run in the 50s. As you probably know, towards the end of this run, things get scarcer and scarcer as far as print runs go. Then I found X-Men Onslaught. So you're thinking, why in the world would that be a big deal? Here's where the big deal lies. Notice that signature right there, Adam Kubert. Notice that signature there, Mark Waid. So they were the artists and the writers, respectively. And so picked that up. And I'm going to wait till the end to tell you about my experience. But as far as pricing goes, but let me finish showing you the books. It's interesting that I seen this on IG and I said, that's pretty cool, but I didn't have any box with a seller and it wasn't cool enough for me to just start a new box. And so, so it was interesting that I just seen this on IG and then I would see it. But this was something that AIM Toothpaste. There's another one that has Green Goblin on there. I've got that one. And so if I can find these on the cheap, they're pretty cool. I'll pick them up. Also picked up Darker Image #1. You might say you collect the Image comics that are not worth anything. And for most copies of Darker Image, that would be true. But this is a new stamp, making it a little more valuable than the regular direct edition polybagged ones that you come across. Also found Pit #15. Now, if you're a dollar bin digger like myself, you've seen plenty of 1s and 2s in the very early issues of Pit. Look up, you might find some newsstands of those. But these latter issues of Pit are very hard to come by. They get very expensive, actually, if you go online and you're buying them. So I was interested to complete the run, which is not but like 20 or 21 issues. So this is one of the latter issues. It's Pit #15. And I found also Pit #16. So that was definitely a cool pickup. And then I got Pit Crew #3, which was another mini series that Dale Keown does the which was his character. He does the front or the cover. Somebody else does the interiors. Now, I got some other books that I bought to resell. You've probably seen them on my IG if you looked at my IG recently. And there's one person in particular that I bought some books for and helping them to complete their run. Now, so I take the first set of books up there from the original room. Then I went and found some others and another. So I took 3 sets of books up there. So I go, when I'm taking up the second set, I say, okay, well, how much is the first one going to set me back? And she tells me. I go, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. So hand her the second set. And so when I come back with the third one, I said, well, how much is that? She says it's going to be this much total. I didn't really like that because I wanted to know which each one was, because each one in my mind had a certain value, especially if I'm reselling them, because then I'm thinking, okay, are they really worth enough for me to be able to resell them and not go in the hole, So, but she's totaling them up. So then I said, okay. So I took the amount total she gave me and divided it by the number of books that was in the pile. And I said, oh, this comes out to be so much a book. She goes, oh, no. Some of those books were like $10. Some of them were $15, which sounded more like their pricing because, like I said, they're typically at the top of the market. And I go, oh, okay. I added it up again, and it come out to be a lot less than what it should have. I said, all right, well, that's the total. That's the total. We'll go with that. I don't think the girl knew how to do math. Uh, so it was funny because I purchased a big book there. Another guy who was looking to complete a run. I was actually going to keep it myself, but then he's trying to complete the run. I was just going to upgrade. So I ended up letting him have the deal. So they had the slab up there on the wall, and they have several slabs. They have a Journey into Mystery, whichever one's the first Thor, and some other big books up there. And they usually have prices up there. Again, they typically will reprice stuff, but that wall back there, because it's been so high, they haven't really been selling those really big books. So it's been a while since they have repriced them. And if you've been keeping up with the comic book market's been going crazy, especially for stuff in the speculation game. And the book that I'm talking about is the first appearance of the Sentinels. So Jack Kirby, X-Men goodness. So it's worth more than what they had priced it at, and it was a really nice looking copy. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take that one. And so she asked, well, let me send this to my boss. I said, what are you sending to your boss for? There's the price, right? And she said, yeah, I just want to let him know. Okay, so I was hoping to go ahead and grab that book and get out there. So this was the last time I was in there. And so I went, when I went today, waiting on her to price those books out. I look up there and all the prices on the slabs are gone. So I can almost guarantee you that after her boss found out what that book was and what it sold for to me versus what he could have sold it for on eBay, I but he wasn't too happy. If he kept up with it, there's absolutely no way they can keep up with it, and the way they're doing it now, and I don't think they really want to. The guy, my understanding is fairly well off, or his dad is, and so he ain't got to worry about it. And they mainly do Warhammer, Magic, and the Gathering, and all that kind of stuff, as opposed, and they have a few comics. So that's what they do. That's their business decision. Let them make it. But sometimes, even I guess the moral of the story is that even in those kind of shops, if you got the time, go ahead and go in there, because you get all, if you're in the know and you have a keen eye, sometimes you can even get a good deal in shops like that. So one more time, I wanted to shout out the channel members. And if you're, again, watching this on a desktop or a laptop computer, you see the join button right below this video. But if you're on a mobile device, it's in the description of the video how you can join either the YouTube or the Patreon membership. If you buy books, you will probably find, for me, that is, you will probably find more value in the Patreon membership if you had to choose one over the other. But shout out to them for helping the channel grow. Also, gocollect.com. Visit them for information on your books that are going up from day to day, it seems. And you can get even more in-depth analysis with a small monthly membership fee. And so that's it. Hulk, what do you want to tell them? Hulk smash. That's right, Hulk. Thank you. And be sure to also click the subscribe button, as well as a bell notification, so when videos like this drop in the future, you'll be in the know. It's always good to be in the know, especially about those type of things. So until next time, keep reading, keep collecting. Adios.